Okay, the first thing we're going to do is look at some of these polynomial terminologies. If you look at your notes at the bottom of your instruction file, it'll have some useful stuff. So y-intercept is the constant term of a polynomial. It's the term without a variable. In this first case, every single term has a variable. So the only thing, the understood constant term would be a plus 0. So your answer on this one for the y-intercept should be 0. We'll go ahead and try another one. Lots of different terms. Leading coefficient is, if you wrote it in standard form, what is the number that would come in front? So when you write this in standard form, it would be negative x plus 7. And negative x, that's an understood -1. So that's your leading coefficient. -1 would be your leading coefficient on this one. Now, you can kind of take a shortcut here by just looking for the term with the highest degree, which is this negative x, which would be written in front if you wrote it in standard form. And then that would also give you the -1 that way. Let's go ahead and look at another one of these. On this next one, the leading coefficient of this one, if we were to write it in standard form, my first term would be the negative x to the third. So my leading coefficient would be -1. We'll go ahead and try another one. Okay, this one, it's a key thing of reading carefully. This time it asks for the entire leading term. So we look for the term with the highest exponent, which is x to the 5th. And your answer is not the 1, the coefficient on x to the 5th, it's the entire term. So when you go to do this, let me see if I can scroll a little bit so you can see the box. It would be a x to the 5th power. Now to do this x to the 5th, you can do Shift-6 to get your caret. Or if you are using something without a keyboard, you can do the keypad here, and then there's your exponent option to make it x to the 5th. So that hopefully will help you with these. Okay, this one asks about the degree of the polynomial. So the degree, you look for the term with the highest exponent, and the degree is just the highest exponent. It's just 3. So there's 3 different things they can ask about this highest term. The degree is just the exponent. The leading coefficient is just the number in front, and the leading term is the entire 4x to the third. So pay close attention to what they're asking for as you do this problem. We'll help you with end behavior in the next section. Now, end behavior is just describing what happens at the ends of the graph where the x values get really, really big. Sorry, let me get that out of the way. So on this end of the graph, I can see that my x values, as x gets very negative, it's going off very positive. So this basically means x is going toward negative infinity and y is going up toward the top toward positive infinity. So I'm going to need an answer that says as x goes to negative infinity, y, or f of x, goes to positive infinity. So this is one possibility here. And this is another possibility here. So that's narrowed it down to 50-50 just on that. If I look at the other side of the graph, basically on this side of the graph, x is going to infinity, and the y value is also going up really, really high. Y is also going to infinity. So it also needs to say as x is going to positive infinity, y also goes to positive infinity. So you notice this part is going to have that information, so your answer would be answer A. You do have to check both of these conditions, though, because usually there's 2 answers that'll work for one side and 2 for the other side, but only one that will work for both. We'll try another example in just a second. Okay, on this one, once again, notice that if I go over this way, this side of the graph, x is going to negative infinity because those are the negative values. And in this case, on that side, y is going to infinity. So I need one that says as x goes to negative infinity, y goes to positive infinity. So that would be this answer D, and also this answer A. Now on the other side, x is getting bigger, so x is going to infinity. And this time the y values are going down. As I go off the right edge of the graph, they would be going down on the right side. So that's negative infinity. So I need one that says as x goes to negative infinity, y or f of x is going to, as x goes to infinity, y or f of x goes to negative infinity. So x goes infinity, y goes to negative infinity would be this one or this one. The only one that works for both of them is D, so that would be your answer. Please reach out if you have questions on